Hello children, today we have to going to talk about verbal and non-verbal barriers. First we have to see communication barriers. There are many reasons why interpersonal skills communication may fail. Communication is an integral of all living things. As its simplest, communication is any exchange of information between two entities. And good communication is not just a process of transferring information one person to another person. And next we have to see some of the common barriers to effective communication. Some of the examples these. First one is lack of attention and another one is interest and distractions or relevance to the receiver. Another one is differences in perception and viewpoint. And next, coming to next slide, types of barriers. And the first barrier is physical barriers. Physical barriers means obstacles which affects the flow of communication. There is the difference between sender and receiver. It affects the free flow of communication. And next one is personal barriers. Personal barriers means some of the important points is which is in the mind of sender as well as receiver. For example, pressure of time. And next one is semantic barriers. This is very important barrier. It means signs of meaning. It has been seen that as same words and symbols have different meanings to different people. And next one is status barriers. Status barriers means difference between the superiors as well as subordinates. If sometimes it has been seen that superior is not always share the information to the subordinate due to maintain the distance of status between them, and sometimes it has been seen the subordinate always share those information likes. And next one is organizational structure barriers. Organizational structure barriers means if the organizational structure is complex and it is difficult and has a different layers, then it will affect the free flow of communication. And the last one is lack of attention. As we know, if we are sitting in a classroom and the speaker is speaking is something, if the receiver is not attend, then he will not able to understand message and will lack in communication. And coming to next slide, verbal barriers. Verbal communication means mode of communication relies on words to convey a message. This is the standard method of communicating that most of use on a day-to-day basis. Verbal communication helps in expressing thoughts and emotions, etc. And coming to next slide, non-verbal barriers. And non-verbal barriers means is the medium through which the message of the sender is conveying with the help of written words, letters, personal, generals, etc. Non-verbal communication is a process of communication without using words or sounds and etc. Non-verbal communication uses gestures, body language, facial expressions, eye contact and clothing, tone, etc. And some of the examples inappropriate of conflict signals. When your verbal signals do not match the actions and physical aspects of your person. And the differences is how you understand the communicated message based on your experience with the sender. And some of the examples in inappropriate emotions. When a person brings emotions from the home to the school campus, excessive anger, shyness, lying, honesty and prejudice. And next one is distractions. Distractions means, as we know, noise, any external elements that cause the receiver to lose focus. And the final conclusion is verbal and non-verbal communication almost take place in the same time. At times, people do not know that they are passing messages without their knowledge. Verbal communication involves the use of words to pass messages, whereas non-verbal communication is a wordless approach of passing messages. Thank you, children. Thank you, everyone.